Adam Schefter just reported. After further testing on Rashee Rice's knee today, there remains uncertainty over the extent of his injury, per sources. After consulting with team doctors and receiving second opinions, more tests are required to determine the full extent of Rashee Rice's injury and his recovery timeline. No answers are expected until next week. So I got to say, JD, when you're not hearing it's an ACL or whatever it is, we're not hearing that right now. Is that positive news, would you say? That they're not just saying you got an MRI, ACL. That's weird, isn't it? That they're not coming out and saying what the injury is. I mean, because if it's ACL, it's cut and dry. It's ACL, right?
Yeah. If it's ACL, it's cut dry. That's it. Especially for a receiver, you need your legs. And ACL is not going to heal on its own. You just can't do it. You got ACL tear, you're done. So I think this evaluation may be like, it could be like MCL, PCL, like I told you. Bone bruise is another one, like I spoke about. I've had that. It's exact same hit. Bone bruise, torn PCL. You could have strained your MCL. Meniscus could be a little bit there. So it all depends. And so that's why the full evaluation, like I said, they want to get on top of it, calm it down to say, we'll see where he's at as far as withstanding pain and where they think he needs to be, and then give it a clear timeline. Okay, a clear timeline to what they're trying to project. So, but it is very, very, I would say decent news. So
yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
We got before you give your grade on the receivers, JD, Tony Brown. Appreciate the contribution, brother.
Yeah.
His comment here: Carson Steele needs to watch the old movie, The Program. It's a fumble.
Yeah, he definitely needs to watch that. Everybody needs to watch that. That's a good one right there. That's classic. A good one. Yes, sir. So wide receiver grade. So it's sad that we lose Rashee Rice, our top receiver of this year. But we still have Xavier Worthy. We still have Juju Smith-Schuster. We still have Justin Watson. We still have McCole Hardman. We still have Sky Moore. We still have Travis Kelce and all those guys, other guys we want to get in there. We still have available. So the routes that we run can be taken over by Justin Watson. They can be taken over by Juju Smith-Schuster. Like everybody could contribute enough for the things that we do, because we got a legit guy that takes the top off the defense, and that changes everything. It really does. And then you got a running back. We had one with Pacheco, but we was like, oh man, what was going to do with Pacheco? Where we going to throw the football? Well, now we got Kareem Hunt in here. Okay, with Pacheco, we running the football with Pacheco, and it took us some time to actually like, hey man, Pacheco's a good running back. He needs more than just 5 or 10 carries, right? A game. We kept saying like, man, run the ball with Pacheco. We started doing it. They started listening. He was our energizer buddy. He was the one that was bringing us back to where we needed to get to. Now Kareem Hunt has come home. Okay, he has complemented where we may have a little bit of some lacks in the wide receiver room, if you will. People want to say because we lose Rashee Rice. But Juju Smith-Schuster still has 50 balls in him. Travis Kelce still has 70 balls in him, 75 to 80. He still has it in him. Xavier Worthy has 40 to 50 balls in him. Easy. Justin Watson, he has 20 or 30 balls in him. He has that in him. Now we see McCole Hardman and Scott, whoever else comes in. But that the share of the balls going around, we got enough. And we ain't even talked about the tight ends. Hadn't even talked about the tight ends. So do we have enough? Absolutely, we have enough. Now, you want to go cover another receiver? By all means, go ahead and do so. If and I'll leave all that information up there to Andy, okay? Because immediately everybody got on. We lost Rashee Rice. who we looking for? Who we need to get here? And all this stuff. And they start, who we bringing back and stuff. And Andy's like, hey, man, we bring somebody back. We want somebody that knows the system. But are they going to move the needle? That's the question. We got guys here that know the system. And Andy and those guys, they trust the guys in the room. Don't mean they might not go search and find somebody else. Bearing to the extent of Rashid Rice and where he is. Okay? These guys can play. They can play. I trust these guys. These guys can get it done. They really can. We're a much better group than we was 2022. Even without Rashid Rice and even without Hollywood Brown. Even without those guys, we're a much better wide receiver group. We are. Appreciate your barbershop. Thank you, sir. Okay, for the contribution, man. Man,
You,
hey, love the show, man. Love the interaction with you too, man. For real. So, but our wide receiver group, they did a good job. I love the deep threat to Xavier Worthy. We got to get him more looks. Xavier Worthy needs to have at least 8 balls thrown his way, at least in a game, at least. So Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Justin Watson, then you got Travis Kelce, Noah Gray, Mecole Hardman, where you at? Bring him in, okay? Sky Moore, I know you don't want to talk about him and him catching the footballs. Y'all don't want to hear that part. Okay, fine. And you want to bring somebody else in, who else? Okay? Justin Ross, they bring him up. Well, shoot, they're going to throw the balls to him? Are we going to utilize his strength? Okay? We've been asking that since he's been here, Marcus. Okay? The thing is, we can't sit there and say, well, now all of a sudden that Justin Ross fits our scheme, but the Chiefs ain't using him like that. I mean, the tool's only useful if you decide to use it. A hammer's only useful if you're going to use it to knock down a nail, right? So you
come on, baby, go. Yes! That's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now.
utilize that, okay? And he does a good job utilizing the tools in his toolbox, okay? That's one thing the Chiefs do a great job on. He does that. So still got Jared Wiley. You know, we ain't talking about Jordan Forson. We got guys. So that's what I'm saying. No, I'm not going to quit saying Sky Moore. I'm not. He's part of the team. Okay? He's a Chief. I'm going to name him. I'm going to say his name. You should. Shoot. So that's what I'm looking at. But I give these guys, wide receivers, man, they got open. There was times they were open. Pat just missed them. They missed them. Yeah. Catch the football, Sky Moore. Okay? But other than that, they did a good job. Some balls didn't go their way. I gave these guys a B. That's what I gave them.
Yeah, be solid.
Yeah. Solid. They ain't hurt us. Shoot. And especially if we had chances to get some balls to them and Pat didn't, that's not their fault. It ain't their fault they get their number called. It's not on him. You know, Pat's a facilitator. He's got to facilitate the ball, right? So.
Yeah, and the thing that you made reference to that I posted on Twitter earlier, because a lot of people are saying that, you know, he's a deep threat. He's not a volume guy. So, I mean, obviously, you know, college stats are different than the NFL stats. But if a guy's not a volume guy, he's just a deep threat, then, you know, his numbers would be indicative of a, you know, 3 for 100 kind of guy. But his game log just last year alone, I didn't have to go back to much more than that. But look at his game log last year. I think, yeah, he had 6, 4, 4, 10, 5, 4, 6, 8, 7, 3, 4, 5, 7 catch games. I mean, those were games. The lowest amount he had was 3. He had 3, 4 catch games. He had a ton of 6+ catch games. So, like, these guys, I mean, he played in the Big 12 last year. So, like, yeah, it's not NFL, but there's a lot of guys who did play in the NFL who are opposing him on the other team. So he's getting those catches. And he's a small guy. He's a small guy, regardless if that's NFL or college. He's going to get knocked around a little bit. And that would be a guy who's not a volume guy. But he shows he can be that. And there's plenty of deep threats you can find in the 5th, 6th, 7th round drafts. He was a first-round pick. So he's not just a deep threat. He's a little bit of everything.
He's a little bit of everything. And we brought him in here to be our guy. He's number 1 pick for a reason. You look at all the other receivers for number 1 pick, you're looking for them to be the number 1 guy. Okay. So all we did was we started loading up. We started loading up on talent. That's what we were doing. So we was able to swoop him up. Shoot, that's even better. Even better. Now, it ain't a grow up process. We got you here because we know you can make plays. That's how they believe. We know you can make plays. So facilitate the ball to him. Get the ball to him. He can run routes, man. He's fast. He's quick. He's got it all, man. He's got it all, seriously. So he can easily be. He can catch 80 balls. Easy.
Oh, yeah.
Easy. Now, because he's been thrusted as now the number 1, let him do it.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a guy that would shrink in times of need. He doesn't. And I would say there's some things that he needs to get more detailed on, more crisp on. And some of those are some of the routes, some of the deeper routes, because he utilize using the speed. But here you got to stick and kind of get open, man. You got use body, head to get out of some things. That's going to help him out. At least for me, I don't know what they teach. I don't know what Embry's teaching them. I'm sure they're having this conversation because it's always attention to detail. Everybody could always get better. Everybody. So that's what I love about it. But yeah, I gave him a B.
Appreciate you, 31 Red Ball, for the
Appreciate
contribution.
31 Red Ball.
Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
JD, and yeah, a guy who, I'm not knocking the small school guys. I'm not going to do that. But when you talk about a guy who's not going to shrink, he's played in big games before. He can be that guy. Last year alone, when played against Alabama, had 5 for 75 and a touchdown in that game. And then, of course, Red River rivalry, when you play against Oklahoma, that's one of the biggest games in sports, not just in football. In sports, it's one of the biggest rivalry games. So, I mean, I don't think he's going to shrink. And I think he was a first-round pick. I mean, put him in there, give him the ball. Let him be the guy that we drafted him to be. Yeah, is it sooner than we anticipated? 100%. But nonetheless, you're a first-round pick for the defending champs, back-to-back champs. It's time.
Yeah. Well, when you bring him in, he didn't have to be the guy. Because we had Rashee Rice, who already shown he was the guy. Then you get a free agent like Hollywood Brown. So you sit him back there, let him marinate and learn. Okay? You don't have to put all the pressure on him. But now we already, we 5th game in. So,
yeah.
Okay, young fella, it's time. I'm sure he's like, okay, let's go. So we're going to be good.
College season, half a college football season.
Yeah, man's going to be fine.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.